Hello students, welcome to chemistry classes. So under this redox reactions, today we are going to discuss what happens in the redox reactions. In the redox reactions, I already told you, majority of the industrial and manufacturing process associated with both oxidation as well as reduction process, especially electroplating process. Electroplating process, electrolytic refining process of certain selective metals and other industrial process all associated with both oxidation as well as reduction reactions. So, the redox reaction plays an important role in manufacturing as well as industrial process. How this redox reaction takes place? At first, what is redox reaction? In a chemical process, both oxidation as well as reduction process takes place simultaneously or called redox reaction. Let us consider some of the examples how both oxidation as well as reduction takes place. So, we know that the electropositive metals like sodium in the solid state reacts with chlorine gas, gives sodium chloride. The same sodium reacts with oxygen, gives sodium oxide. Sodium reacts with the sulfide, gives sodium sulfide. So, in these compounds, these ions are formed like this: Na plus 2 Na plus 2 Cl minus. Here 2 Na plus and O2 minus. Here 2 Na plus as well as S2 minus. How both oxidation as well as reduction takes place in this process? Listen carefully. Sodium reacts with chlorine, gives Na plus 2 Na plus 2 Cl minus or simply 2 NaCl. So, you must know sodium in the elementary state, this oxidation state is 0. Here also chlorine in the molecular state, this oxidation state is 0. Sodium lost 2 electrons, Na plus Na2 Na plus, 2 sodium lost 2 electrons. Therefore, this loss of electron. Here chlorine Cl2 in the molecular state, it gains 2 electron. So, loss of electron here gain of electron. So, electronic concept of oxidation and reduction, simply say in any chemical process, any element changes from one state to another state by loss of one or more electron, that is called oxidation. Loss of electron is called oxidation. Gain of electron is called reduction. In any chemical process, when the element or compound changes from one state to the another state, by gain of one or more electron is called reduction. So, this is the electronic concept of oxidation as well as reduction. In the similar way, sodium here also lost 2 electrons, sodium lost 2 electrons, oxygen gain electrons, oxygen gain 2 electrons. So, loss of electron as well as gain of electron, that is oxidation as well as reduction takes place in the same chemical reaction. It is said to be redox reaction. So, the redox reaction is a combination of 2 Cobb-cell reaction, The first Cobb-cell is 2 sodium, it gives 2 Na plus 2 electron, 2 sodium loss, each sodium lost 1 electron, gives this process Na plus ion, this process is called oxidation. Here two chlorine molecule receives 2 electron, each chlorine necessary for 1 electron, therefore it gives 2 Cl minus. This is gain of electron, that is called reduction. The combination of the two Kopf-Cell reaction or two Kopf reaction, the combination of two Kopf reaction leads to NaCl2 gives NaCl, 2NaCl. So this is a redox reaction. Now we are going to discuss the competitive electron transfer reactions. Competitive electron transfer reaction. In the lower classes, you may learn certain type of chemical reaction. So one of the type of reaction is metal displacement reaction. Here, competitive electron transfer reaction. First of all, I will give 3 examples. The first example is when a zinc rod dipped in copper sulfate solution. When a strip of zinc rod dipped in copper sulfate solution. You know the color of copper sulfate. Is a copper sulfate, the blue color. Zinc rod dipped in, this is the zinc rod or a strip, zinc rod or strip. Blue colored solution of copper sulfate. So this part alone immersed in the solution. So after some time or after 1 hour or 2 hours, the dipped portion of the zinc rod becomes brown in color, and the entire blue colored solution of copper sulfate, the color is totally disappears. What happenings in this process? When zinc rod dipped in copper sulfate solution, zinc rod dipped in copper sulfate solution, what happens? Zinc lost its 2 valence electron, it becomes Zn2 plus and 2 electrons. In that time, copper sulfate in the solution form, copper exists in the +2 oxidation state, it receives 2 electrons and it becomes copper solid. So the overall reaction, now you are positioned to identify what type of reaction takes place here. Zinc lost 2 electrons. According to the electronic concept, this process is called oxidation. Copper 2 plus, that is present in the copper sulfate solution, receives 2 electrons and it becomes copper solid. This is reduction. The overall reaction Zn copper 2 plus gives Zn2 plus copper. It is a equilibrium reaction. Under equilibrium condition, certain quantity of or a certain portion of copper 2 plus ion as well as Zn2 plus ions are present. They are exist as equilibrium. So now, how the Zn2 plus ions are present in the solution? It can be analyzed or determined by simple experiment. We are adding certain solution of hydrogen sulfide is gas into the reaction mixture. It gives white colored Zn sulfide, zinc sulfide, and adding certain solution of ammonia, the solution becomes alkaline. So the white colored zinc sulfide represents the existence of Zn2 plus ion present in the reaction mixture. So under equilibrium condition, a specific quantity of copper 2 plus ion as well as Zn2 plus ions are present in the medium. In the reverse part means a copper rod dipped in zinc sulfate solution. Copper rod dipped in, we are taking a copper strip, copper rod dipped in zinc sulfate solution. The color of zinc sulfate is colorless. It's a white colored colorless solution. Zinc sulfate salt is colorless. This colorless solution, we are dipping a strip of copper. After some time there will be no color change occurs. So, suppose we are passing hydrogen sulfide to the reaction mixer, no more quantity of black colored copper sulfide or cupric sulfide is not formed. This means that copper does not displace zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Copper does not displace zinc from zinc sulfate solution. So, the reason for this is explained on the basis of electrochemical series. This can be discussed in class 12. So, similarly, copper 2 plus copper rod is dipped in silver nitrate solution. Copper rod is dipped in silver nitrate solution. It provides copper 2 plus as well as silver is deposited. Under equilibrium condition, a definite quantities of silver ions as well as copper ions are present. How the copper ion is experimentally proved, if it is present or not, it is checked by passing hydrogen sulfide gas. It gives a black precipitate of copper sulfide. So, under equilibrium condition, a specific quantity of a silver ion as well as copper ions are present. So, the competitive electron transfer means in the third case, cobalt is another one. A strip of cobalt is immersed in nickel 2 plus solution or nickel sulfate solution. Here also copper 2 plus ion as well as nickel ion is developed. So, these are all the examples of reversible or the redox reaction. In this case, we can't able to identify a definite quantity of nickel 2 plus ion as well as cobalt 2 plus ions are under equilibrium condition not exist as a definite amounts. This can be explained on the basis of the reactivity, the competitive electron transfer reaction, as well as it can be explained on the basis of electrochemical series. This part you must learn the electroplating or the cell reaction. Electrochemical cell reactions are reversible as well as it consists of oxidation as well as reduction reactions. So, it is an example of redox reaction. So, in this module you learn about electronic concept of oxidation and reduction. What is the electronic concept of oxidation and reduction? Loss of electron as well as gain of electron. Loss of electron is called oxidation and gain of electron is called reduction. If you have any doubts, you may ask. Thank you.